can't do that basic shit. Oh, just roll the intro. Guys, basic YouTube pigga here with a crazy tutorial. If you guys like tutorials, you guys should subscribe right now. I'll wait. That's long enough. So this is going to be a little bit of a tutorial for this, a little bit of a cardistry move. Notice how I say cardistry with the little things happening here, because this isn't really super mega cardistry compared to the stuff that I've seen on Instagram and the stuff that I've seen on YouTube, which is just phenomenal. You have people that are a fraction of my age just doing crazy stuff with cards, and it's very impressive. This is not that. This is just a little bit of a cut you could do between routines, as if like, hey, did that happen? The reason I call it flash is because it happens in a flash, right? It's just, oh, did something just happen with the deck? You know, it's one of those moves. It isn't one of these extravagant, long cardistry routines. So don't jump on me in the comments saying, "Oh man, this is not cardistry, piggy. This is not cardistry." It's not meant to be. It's meant to be cardistry. So don't get your virgin asses in a tie. So for this, it's a pretty simple move. You're going to combine two actions. You're going to combine the actions of a pinky pull down. That's going to be the first thing you need to do. So you're just going to pinky pull down about that many cards. So this is not a lot of cards by any means. So you're going to pinky pull down around 10 cards. This isn't going to be hard. And the reason for this is so you don't have to pull up with your thumb in the back here before you do the cut. So if you have a little bit of a break there, it's going to be easier to pick up the packet in a little bit, so you don't have to struggle when doing the actual mechanics of the move. So you're combining two actions here. You're combining a Charlier cut, which you're doing relatively quickly. You're trying to do the Charlier cut as quickly as possible, almost in the same time that it's going to take for you to revolve this half and revolve it back. So in that time that you do a Charlier cut, it has to match the exact amount of time that you do this revolution move. So let's get into that particular revolution move right now. So you're grabbing a deck with your middle finger and your thumb right here. You're grabbing it on these pips. So you're grabbing it on the upper left corner and the lower right corner with your thumb here. This is the first action of the move. So notice that leaves your little finger, your mom's favorite finger right here, free to spin that packet around on the left edge. I'm grabbing that left edge and spinning that packet around once. So that's all my hand is doing. I'm grabbing this packet and flipping it around once. And now, if you notice, if you care to notice anatomy, it's behind the finger. That's where you want to be. Because in a minute, you're going to reverse the actions. So you're going to reverse the action as you put the deck back onto this half, which should have done a Charlier cut by then. So what's happening is that this is just going to revolve around. Notice that. And then you're going to pull the finger back out, which is going to revolve the packet, and the left hand is going to do the rest of the action. So that is a right hand's action. That's all that's happening. And this is happening in the same speed as a Charlier cut in the left hand. So the left hand, all that's happening, you're dropping half the cards with your thumb, and you're putting your finger here. Notice the hot tip, your pinky's over here, so the packet doesn't fall on the ground and everyone laughs at you. But your forefinger is going to push up and clear the packet. So you better get used to doing this cut really, really fast, because you're going to have to do it in the same time span as your hand completing the revolution with the right hand. So to complete the actions here, this hand is revolving. This hand is doing a Charlier cut. Now when the hand comes back, remember your finger is going to extend so that this packet is now in a face-up position. It's going to get flipped right back onto the deck. So when you combine these two actions, it's almost as if a flash or blur occurred. So a good way to do this is, for example, if you want to show the spectator that you're doing some sort of move and you want to show them a fake move. I've seen this done before in the context of doing, for example, a Sybil shuffle. So you might have the spectator pick a card and you say, look, I'm going to do a special technique to bring your card to the top of the deck. Look, here's how it looks like. Did you see anything happen? No? Well, I'll slow it down. You see, all I'm doing is just arranging the cards so that your card is on top of the deck. Did you see it that time? And that same sort of breath is why you're doing this move. You're doing it to illustrate the fact that there might be a move in place and you're slowing it down just enough so the spectator could see it. Or it's just a fun move to play around with and to fiddle around with. So as far as the mechanics, again, it's very simple what's going on. You're evolving this half, you're doing a Charlie Air cut, and you're bringing everything back to the left hand. Now, the hardest part of this cut is going to be to time everything so that when you complete the revolution, your other hand is already doing one-handed cuts. And the best way to practice that is by just doing your one-handed cuts as fast as you possibly can. Now, again, the point of this is so that you could get the revolution done at the same time as this one-handed cut. And if they mix, that's when the shuffle is going to look ugly. Make sure to practice them both at the same time. And it's just a little bit of a fun fiddle move you could do anytime, anywhere, just to, you know, show your prowess with a deck of cards. So that's the move, guys. I hope you practice it. I hope you do all the things that people do when it comes to videos of this variety. What? Where did the packet go? Where did the... so I'm going to go figure out different ways to use a pumpkin head as an aphrodisiac.